Hello again, or wholeness. Welcome to my channel. My name is Rashida Silvertree, and this is a continuation on the manifestation talks. I want to talk about something very important that I think manifestation can be used as a way to avoid what needs to be experienced. And so today's topic deals with that. You cannot avoid the karma you must experience to evolve. You cannot avoid the karma that you must experience to evolve your human being. In my last video, I talked about the importance of pretty much knowing when to move and knowing when to be still. Meaning, it's okay to ask for what you desire. It's okay to have goals, have a plan. Just know that sometimes plans don't work out, things don't manifest in the way that you want them to. And sometimes, if you find yourself completely obsessing about, I'm the manifester of my reality, and I'm going to manifest my dreams. Here's my vision board. Here's my 5011 plans. Sometimes that's we use that to avoid the present moment. It's a form of escapism. It pulls you out of your suffering, your present suffering, gives you something to look forward to, gives you something to, sink your teeth into that has nothing to do with your space of lack that you're facing right now. It's easier to write down on a piece of paper what you want to experience to avoid what you're experiencing in the present moment. You might be bored, unstimulated. You're not inspired to do anything. No one's coming around. You're not going around. Your life isn't popping with fresh energy. That is part of a cycle. That's a moment in space, in the time continuum that you need to experience. I go through this, I suffer through this because it's like I'm needing to have a plan. And it should be that I'm living out a plan already. I'm living out a plan already. I'm living out a story already. And each story must go and unfold as it must. Beginning, middle, end, middle, beginning. It's a continuum. And sometimes, we can end up hitting pause on a very important moment in our life that we need to see through, but we hit pause to try to create something better than the present moment. And the universe listens to that, especially if you're on your energetic P's and Q's. The universe says, okay, all right, so she's going through this thing that's part of her evolution, but she's hitting pause, and she wants to focus on this thing. Fine, that's fine. Then then all that energy begins to go towards that one thing. But guess what? You're going to have to pick up where you left off sooner or later, and you come full circle back around again. That's exactly what happened to me. About 9 years ago, I wanted to leave Indiana. And I wrote down 5 years. I wrote down 5 years. Guess how long I was gone for? About 5.5. Came right back around, and it's almost like I'm picking up where I left. I left something here unfinished. It's crazy how that works. So it's kind of like a warning, really, of being very careful with hitting the pause button in your life on something. Go through those uncomfortable, boring, slow, unclear, confusing moments in your life, because those are the moments in your life that need to be integrated and processed so that you are ready and prepared for what you truly desire. You are ready to receive what you truly desire. When we hit pause on a current moment to focus on something we want to manifest, we may not be really ready for what we're trying to manifest. The universe is like, oh, okay. Because we're very powerful, full of power. And so when we shift gears from the present moment and we focus on a desired outcome, a desired experience, we're not quite mature or ready to receive what's coming. And then we struggle through that experience. We're like biting way too much, more than what we can chew. And so I'm telling you, yes, have your dreams. Yes, have your to-do list. Yes, have your goal, your 1 year, 5 year plan, whatever. But if you find yourself in a place where you're lacking clarity, you're lacking direction, you're lacking just things are boring. This is what I'm going through, okay? Things are slow, stagnant even. It's okay. It's not going to be like that forever. I'm telling this to myself, okay? I'm telling you. I'm sharing this with you, but it's for everyone. It's for all of us. All right? It's about allowing yourself to be in those uncomfortable spaces. They left out so much. They did not include a lot of very important practices when it comes to manifesting your reality. It is not just about manifesting a business, your house, your dream partner. Yikes. Okay? Those things are like 5%, maybe 10, 15% that like hold of importance. But the rest of that stuff that you need to focus on manifesting, they don't talk about it. She wrote a second book actually called The Magic. And that dealt with showing gratitude. How you can receive more of what you want through gratitude. But that wasn't her first book. That was a follow-up. And we all know that if she put out a book about gratitude, her first book, it wouldn't have sold. It wouldn't have been as successful as The Secret. Yeah, that's just the truth, unfortunately. Okay, so back to what I'm saying here. Be careful with manifesting, because and believe me when I tell you, I'm not, where I'm at right now isn't uncomfortable. I mean, well, I've been in less comfortable spots. Like, I'm not going to say my life was in danger, but it definitely was not great spaces to be in. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I've been uncomfortable. Whew. But I now understand, and I'm beginning to understand all that new agey term language hoopla, okay? That manifestation is a very powerful practice, and you need to incorporate other laws, if you will, or frequencies and vibration into the practice. If you use it as like, oh, I hate it here, I hate my parents. You know, those of you guys who are still living with your mom or dad, or due to circumstances, or you're in the middle of between jobs, or between careers, or you're broke. I'll have to say the moments that I was broke or not working, I think were I was at peace. It's so crazy when you're younger, you know. You're hopeful, you have all this energy, but not a lot of resources. But early 20s is an amazing time. is an amazing time in your life. Amazing season in your life. You don't have all the answers. You're brand new to everything, but it's just like you're more content with where you're at in life. Until the pressures of society says you need a career, you need to be married, you need to have this, you need to have that. And you settle down, if you will. But it's just food for thought. You cannot avoid your own suffering. You cannot avoid karma. Karma is here to collect. And if anything, if you find yourself really... Okay, here's another thing. I'll say this and I'm ending this video. If you find yourself in an uncomfortable place and space in your life, in an uncomfortable season and cycle in your life, that's part of the time continuum. Know this. Manifest this. Manifest patience. Manifest the frequency of patience, the frequency of grace, the frequency of gratitude for the time, the uncomfortable time that you're in, because it's teaching you something. Everything is teaching us something for our growth. The universe works for us, for our evolution, never against it, ever. So, focus on more on those things and not, I want a new car. Like, yeah, I want a new car. Yes. Okay. But there's a lesson in what I'm going through now with the car that I have. There's a lesson in what I'm going through now with the type of jobs that I have and whatnot. It's a beautiful ride. And it is quite exciting, but scary too. Oh, the dichotomy of life and death and reality is such I'm in awe of it. Truly in awe. Because the moments when we feel like we have it, we have the answer, we just got it and it clicks. We blink our eyes, we breathe in, breathe out, and then it's gone. So I'll leave that with you. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to expand your consciousness, evolve your human being, and embrace supreme loving guidance. Please stay tuned for more messages, and I surely hope this finds you well and whole and happy and healthy. Thank you. See you.